So today I'm going to cover one simple topic from service-oriented architecture is service orientation and the enterprise. How enterprise adopt this service-oriented architecture, how they design or develop the web services, how they provide the URL or WSDL to the end user, and how these end user call this WSDL and URL using their own technologies. So that topic today we are going to cover the service orientation and the enterprise. Let us start. So the enterprise, Susan, the enterprise need the web services. So every enterprise is needed nowadays the web services, and that web services, the functioning of the web services is based on the external and internal influences. So based on the end user requirement, organization continuously evolving, they are changing the web services, and these web services nowadays fulfill the requirement of the end users. So end user need not to visit the organization physically, but with the help of a handheld device, with the help of cloud network, with the help of service oriented architecture, the service provider provides the services to the end user. So without visiting that particular organization, using just the computer, internet connection, mobile device, the user is able to access the web services. And these web services are again changes based on the organization's requirement. So the need of web services again changes based on the changes in the response to the external and internal influences. So from the IT perspective, from the development perspective, the enterprise logic can be divided. So whenever the any enterprise, any organization want to develop the web services, then the first task of that organization is what the enterprise or that organization uh, divide the logic. So enterprise logic can be divided into two parts, two halls. That service logic is divided into two parts, and these two parts are the business logic and application logic. So while developing any web service, the enterprise divides the enterprise logic into two parts, business logic and application logic. Generally, the organization is working on business logic, and the user, service consumer, is working on application logic. So in these two logic, the organization, enterprise, is working on business logic, and the consumer, service consumer, is working on application logic. So see what is the difference between these two important logic, business logic and application logic. As I have said that the organization is concentrating on business logic, and the user, web service user or web service consumer, is concentrating on application logic. You develop the web service using any technology, and the user, with the help of application logic, user can write or call that web service using any technology. So what is generally the difference between these two different logic, business logic and application logic? So business logic, as I have said, that the organization, that enterprise, is concentrating on the business logic. So this business logic is created with collaboration and agreement with the business experts, because the business needs are again provided by the enterprise, and the developer include that business need inside the business logic. To take the example, in case of banking application, if the business expert, banking expert, says that customer cannot withdraw more money. So minimum 1000 money is required in his account. So the customer cannot withdraw 1000 money, more than money from his account. So that expert saying is one of the business logic, term of business logic. So while withdrawing the money, the developer checks that minimum 1000 rupees must available on that particular account holder's account. So if he withdrawing the amount and still the 1000 limit means not crossing that 1000 limit, then the withdrawal is allowed. So customer cannot withdraw more money. So you decide the range. 1000, I'm considering, I'm assuming that 1000 is the minimum range. So minimum balance is what? 1000. So that is the part of business logic. So while developing the business logic, you have to consider this. This is called as the business rules. You have to consider on business rules. And this ideal world, this logic would be some kind of library or service. So we are converting that logic into a service, and we are checking that information while withdrawal. So it can be either reused, that service can be either reused, or library can either be reused in across multiple application. We know that in C, C++, Java, Python, libraries are there, and this we are using these libraries, reusing this library as per our needs, as per the application need. So as per the need, these libraries and services are again reused and or changed in all the relevant application at once. As per our requirement, we are changing the business logic. If the business requirement is given by the organization, enterprise, and based on that, we are designing our business rule, and as per the business rules, the web services are designed or created. So business logic is required while creating the web service. And application logic is required while invoking or calling the web service. So every web service is divided into two parts, two components. The first is business logic, again concentrated by the enterprise, and enterprise decide the business logic. And the application means the user, service requester or user decides the application logic, how to call, again to calling the web service, which technology again that particular user is preferring. Is it .NET or it's Python or Java or any other technology, PHP and etc. So application logic is what? Simply everything else other than business logic is nothing but the application logic. So GUI part, graphical user interface, required for calling that web services. And after clicking the button, performing different application, different operations. So that is a part of application logic. So application logic is required for calling the web service, and business logic is required at the time of creating the web service. So see here. So while creating the web service, suppose I want to provide the add functionality. So in add functionality, I want the two variables I and j, and here the formula is written. So this is a part of business logic, and this business logic or business rule is decided at the time of creating the web service. And application logic, it is again decided while calling the web service. Whenever the user want to call that web service using Java technology, using .NET technology, using PHP technology, using Python technology. So how to write the application for calling this particular calculator web service. So that is called as application logic. So end users are again working on application logic, and organization, enterprise is again working on business logic. So see here the applications. You can call the that web service using different application. You can use here Java, PHP, Python, anything. Application logic. It's a part of service requester, service consumer, and business logic is provided by the service provider. So service provider is working on business logic layer, and service requester or service consumer is again working on application logic. So the business and application logic domains are again worked in the service oriented architecture. So see here, just like three-tier architecture, and the web services are also working using three different layers. So web service functioning is also depends on three different layer. The business logic, business process layer is designed by the service provider. Web service provider create the web service by providing the business logic, and as well as after the business logic means the web service is developed, then the service provider upload the URL, upload the WSDL file on server. On internet server, the service provider uploads the business means that WSDL or URL. So business logic is means developing the web service and uploading the web service. So one web service is made up of small services, and every service contain what? Individual operations. Suppose I am developing the calculator and I am passing the two numbers and I want the addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. So one service and many operations: addition operation, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Again for the addition, again two inputs are again required, two I and J value is required. So service interface layer. So service interface layer is called with the help of WSDL, or in case of SOAP, WSDL, and in case of web API or the RESTful web services, with the help of URL. And the application layer, the user is again service requester is working on the application layer. So service user writes the application in .NET or in Java or in C language for calling the web service. So application logic, then some part of service interface calling that particular web service, then deploying the web service on the server, and developing. So create the web service, deploy the web service, then write the application and call the web service. So this is what the concept introduced by service orientation. It is realized through the introduction of services. So service interface layer position between the enterprise layer that provide application and business logic. So this is application and business logic, and service interface layer reside in between these two layers. So see here, business logic, creating the web service, then uploading the WSDL or URL. So service interface layer, WSDL and URL, and you write the GUI, graphical user interface, and design the form and call this particular URL. Send the request to this particular URL, and through this URL you can call the services with the help of different methods. Here I am using addition is one method, subtraction is one method, then multiplication is one method, and division is one method. So business process layer, service interface layer, and application layer. So this is application layer, service interface layer, and this is business process layer used in service oriented architecture. So see here, business process layer, service interface layer, and application layer. So while developing the service oriented architecture, the anatomy, so logical component, every services are again divided into different operations. So every service provide the different operations. In case of calculator service, it provide addition operation, subtraction operation, multiplication operation, division operation. So every operations are again executed with the help of SOAP messages, sending the request and getting the result. So addition method provide two variable to the addition service, and after the processing the service, it get the result, and that result, addition result, is communicated to the end user in the form of SOAP messages. So sending and receiving the SOAP message. So operations are again based on sending and receiving the messages, SOAP messages or RESTful messages, URL. So this is what the web service framework: service provider, service requester. Service requester send the request using the SOAP message, and service provider validate the users, verify the user, and after verify, process the request and give the result. And that result is again accepted by the end user, service requester. So a basic communication scenario between the web services. Logical component of automation logic. So while developing the web services, messages are again used. So messages are again used for units of communication. So communication between service provider and service requester, the messages are again used, and that messages are used in the form of XML or in JSON or plain text. Operations. Web services provides multiple operations, one operation or many operations. So services are nothing but the unit of processing logic. It is also called as the business logic. So business logic, and services are nothing but the collection of small unit of work. And last thing is what? Processes. So unit of automation logic, coordinated aggregation of units of work. So multiple operations are again combined, integrated, and processed. And after processing, the messages are again sent, and you receive the messages. That message may be fire and forget message, or request and response message, or publish and subscribe message. So message is nothing but messages represent the data required to complete some or all part of unit of work. So to fulfill that service, the messages plays a vital role. So service completion is took place with the help of messages. And operation, one service is divided into multiple operations. So see here, unit of work is nothing but the single operation, and one web service is divided into multiple operations, and these operations are again executed simultaneously or one after another in one sequence. How these components are again related with each other? So these components are interrelated with the help of send and receive messages. So operations, messages it process. So you send the request. After sending the request, the service provider validate the user using that request or API key, and then process the request. And if the data is found, then that data is, the response is communicated to the end user in the form of message. So services grouped in a collection of related operations. So in the web service, calculator web service, you can collect addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication in one web service. And the service, therefore, mostly defined by the operation that comprises. So in case of calculator web service, it comprises addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And the process instance is what? The series of operations you are performing on the data provided by the user. In case of calculator, we are passing two parameters, and different operations are again performed on that two parameter, two numbers, and the result addition result, subtraction result, division result, multiplication result is again communicated to the end user. So this is what the integrated. So you write the process, you work on business logic, and in that business logic, business processes or process instance composes with the help of services, and service execution is again took place with the help of different operations. So services divided into different operations, and the execution of every operation is took place with the help of sending the messages and receiving the messages. So business logic, service, operations, and messages, when integrated each other, then this particular service oriented architecture is again executed with the help of services. So today I am covering this particular topic. So service orientation and the enterprise.